Hey guys, Blackburn Gaming here. Today we're going to go over some skill guides for the wizard, which are updating pre-existing ones to modify the skill point amount. A lot of people are running into the problem where they don't have enough skill points to satisfy the previous builds that I put out. And this is due to the Alvia channels only putting out XP and not putting out the skill XP. We're also going to go over about 10 different gear guides that include boss gear, Rocaba, Grunil, Heve, and some non-preferred or non-recommended builds until you get to a certain threshold with boss gear. Alright, let's get right into it. Okay, so this first guide is the level 50, 234 skill point pre-awakened wizard skill point guide. So right off the bat, we're going to take sages, we're going to get multiple magic arrows. The difference here between this build and the previous build for 50 is that we're not taking meteor shower, and that's what you're going to see. It's going to be a common theme in all these builds, is that the points that we're taking away from are those skills, which are meteor shower and ultimate blizzard. Okay, so you're going to pick up the sages, get the multiple magic arrows. You're going to pick up the fireball explosion. We're still not getting the primary of that skill. We're going to teleport 2. We're going to get mana absorption 3, lightning storm 3, residual lightning 4. Again, we're not taking any of the ultimate blizzard or blizzards. We're holding off on the speed spell for now. We're not getting any of the 3 defensives. So this is just basically your meat and potato rotation where you're just trying to kill stuff. You're trying to grind, okay? So that's the 50 build. The next build that we have is the level 55, 399 SP pre-awakened wizard build. Again, we're picking up the sages, multiple magic arrows. This time, let's see. Yeah, so this time I think this is like the only time that you would pick up the meteor in the build. So I guess here we're gonna pick up the meteor. You're gonna get the fireball explosion, teleport 3, mana absorption 3, lightning storm 3, residual lightning 4. We're gonna go ultimate blizzard. We're gonna pick up the speed spells, and that's pretty much it. So the difference between 50 and 55, you're picking up the meteor, you're picking up the speed spell, the ultimate blizzard. Okay, and if you need points and you're still not quite at the 399, you guys can pop these right out. That will drop you down to 362. If you need some more, you can pop out the blizzards, 278. If you need more, you can also go with the speed spell, and that puts you at 250 at level 55. Okay, level 56. So this is where things switch up a little bit. Okay, so we're still grabbing the sages from the pre-awakened wizard tree. You're getting ultimate teleport. You're gonna max magical shields. You're gonna pick up the defense, the 3 spells. So you'll get protected area 5, healing aura 5, and healing lighthouse 4. Okay, so you're switching out your main damage moves and putting them into the defensive ones here in the pre-awakened, and then you're switching those other skill points into the awakened tree, into the awakened wizardry for offensive skills. Okay, so you get the flame knot, you'll get the lava fields. Controlled madness is free. This is free. This is switching between awakened and pre-awakened. The first one in this row is free. The second one's 5, 3, 8, 11. Free, no skill points. This one's going to cost you 10. Cataclysm 1. Hellfire is 0. Chilling Wave will be 11 points. Water Sphere is 1. And Bolide of Destruction 1 is 31 points. And then the Summoner, or the Summon Keeper Arn is 0. Same with Keeper Marg is 0. And then Retardando, which is a slow, it's like a debuff for your enemies, is 13. And then, let's see, Flow, your first Flow is Aqua Bomb. Okay, and then these are +0 too, so attack and calling them out. So that's pretty much it for 56. 484 is a pretty good number. Again, if you need to take points and you don't have enough, um, depends on what you're doing. If you're GVGing and you're PvPing with your guild, you might want to keep these three. You might want to keep this. Um, I mean, you can get rid of the shield because that's more just for you, whereas these other skills are group based. So you have the life ones here too. We missed that, so you're definitely gonna want to pick up the life. It will make you more tanky. It'll help you out in PvE, PvP, and the one into skilled hunter for the extra monster damage for grinding. All right. So this is the 58 774 skill point awakened wizard. Picking up the sages. Nothing's changed here. You got the ultimate teleport, magical shield 4. Got the speed spell max. You got protected area, healing aura, healing lighthouse all maxed. You got the HP nodes down at the bottom, and you're gonna pick up a couple more skilled hunters for the extra AP for grinding. And then again, you're increasing whatever. The awaken tree is your priority, so if you're like worried about this stuff, just make sure that you're putting points into the awaken. Like this is how you're gonna grind. This is how you're gonna sustain making money. Um, so if you can't get like the last column, I mean, it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Put your points into here. You don't have to go too crazy with the auto attacks. You regen mana pretty quickly with your shift F and your WF. Your WF is your forward dash, and that regens a ton of mana. So again, make this your priority. This is like your way of farming and making money. So that's pretty much it for the 58 build. Alright, for the 60, 1150 SP. Again, this is like all these builds are pretty low in skill points. A lot of people might have more than this. If you do, I would prioritize into the Meteor Shower and Ultimate Blizzard. If you have a different preference, go for it. But this is like pretty much the foundation of what you want PvE and PvP. Okay? Again, we got the Sages, we got the Ultimate Teleport, we got the Magical Shield max, Protected Area we got maxed, we got the Healing Aura, Healing Lighthouse. We picked up the Spellbound Heart here. This is an extra movement speed and as well as mana regen, passive mana regen for 10 minutes. So when this cooldown ends, you can immediately cast it again. So it's just extra mana up the whole time. Max on the HP nodes, okay, and we're maxed on the skilled hunter. Down here, we're prioritizing the main skills. Again, we don't care too much for the auto attacks, but if you have the points and you don't feel like anywhere else is going to be necessary, I mean, go for it. So these are not even plugged in. So they've been bugging out. This website's been bugging out, so just bear with me. So we can select this one, but that one should be selected and that should be calculated in there. But I'll take a look after and I'll comment on it if the skill point number changed. Okay, so basically prioritizing the awaken skill tree, okay? So this is my build currently right now. I'm level 61 with 800. So this number right here is supposed to be 868 skill points. Again, it didn't save the Bolide, but it saved these two, so that's weird. So we'll go right through it right now. So I picked up Sages. I have the magic arrows. I have the meteor max, the fireball explosion max. The ultimate teleport is max. Mana absorption, magical shields, lightning storm, residual lightning. This is actually really nice too to have maxed. If you have free skill points and are comfortable switching in between pre-awakened and awakened forms, for PvP purposes, the freeze, the single target freeze, the AoE freeze, if you're in groups, it's not like ideal because you're not super armor, you don't have a frontal block, you're pretty vulnerable. But if you want to like mix it up and give things a little spice, it's definitely a good way to do it. Speed spell is maxed. Um, our three main defensive moves are maxed. I also picked up Magic Lighthouse as well. This helps for grinding. It pulls its own table of mobs, so you can pull a set of mobs with lava field, you by yourself, your character, and then this Magic Lighthouse. It pulls all their own tables, so you can pull up to like 3 times as many mobs as like a typical class can. So it makes farming like really fast, especially at like Pilaku, and you're trying to pull massive amounts of mobs. So that works out well. Now this mind training is all passive cast speed. I'm not entirely sure if it works in Awakening. Definitely does pre-awakened, but from what I've been reading, it does work. And the other thing that we corrected too on the last build was the magical evasion only works in pre-awakened. So somebody commented on that. We tested it in guild. It for sure does not work awakened. So I mean, I would have to do this and test this as well to confirm whether this works or doesn't work. Okay. Got the HP nodes, skilled hunters max. Pretty much this is all max. This is max as well. The only thing that I'm missing is the level 62 Shift F with it, which is Cataclysm 4. Okay, so that's it for the skill build, skill tree guides. Okay, so we're just gonna pop these down. Alright, so next we're gonna jump right into the builds. Not builds, but boss sets and gear sets and non-boss gear sets. So this first one, this is pretty standard. This is what people were going for before the meta started to change to more DP heavy, low AP builds. So we'll hop right into it. And again, the Nouver, people like it, people don't like it. People are more typically running an offhand that has some DP or evasion, so it's either Rosar, parrying, or Kutum. Okay, at least for the wizard. All right, we'll start off with the helmet. So it's Gaia's helmet, boss helm. Okay, it gives you 100 life. We have the 2 evasion gems in there. Again, they don't need to be evasion gems. You can bounce between the evasion, or you can run the 50 HP, 5 HP recovery as well. Okay. Dim Tree Spirit Armor. We've got the evasion special attack evasion for 10%, 2 times. We get the Tri-Crescent rings. Okay. We have the Beg's gloves, and in the Begs we have the critical hit rate 2 with the grapple resist. So you get 2 of those in there. You gotta try Ogre Ring. Obviously the Nouver we just went over. In the Nouver, you have the Awakened Spirit Crystals, 150 HP with hidden 5 AP, double. Okay. Dandy, Zarka, and then in the Zarka you can put this is not like standard, but you like this build right now is not standard. This is kind of like what I've been running, but my gear, I don't have like a dim tree spirit. We'll get into that later. But usually you want to run at least 1 precision gem, if not 2, in the Zarka, which is, okay, we'll show you right now. So you might want to run these for the accuracy +8 and ignore all resistance 10. So a lot of people have been running that. Okay, so you can switch it. You can have 1/5 hidden AP, 1/8 precision, 10 ignore. Okay. Basilisk belt try. Again, you can switch it out if you want to go more accuracy. You could go tree belt. Muskies. So the muskins. Okay. In here you're gonna have the 2 movement and knockback / floating resistance +5, and then 2 tongue grad earrings for straight AP. Okay, and this will put you at 253, 283. And if you include the hidden, this will put you at 273 AP, 283 DP. Okay, so that one is um, standard AP with Nouver. Again, um, you could sub out the Nouver for steel. A lot of people have been claiming that the steel dagger actually does more damage. I'm not sure. I haven't tested it. Um, yeah. Moving on. Okay, so this next build is the heavy accuracy build with Kutum offhand and precision crystals in the main hand. Okay, so again, same helm, evasion. You can switch if you want to stack HP. You can. Nothing changes here. Still the same armor, same gems, same rings. That's the same. That's the same. This is different. So in here we threw the Kutum in. It's still got the two same gems, but the Kutum gives higher AP, lower DP than the other offhand. So like parrying and Rosar will give you more of the DP, like evasion HP build, whereas the Kutum gives you like a more offensive, um, more offense. Okay. The other thing that changes in here is the precision. So you're going with two precisions to ensure that you're hitting against these accurate evasion builds. Tree Spirit build. Tet, if you could go Tet, would be ideal. Muskies are the same with the same gems, and then you're going to be running two Tet Red Corals. Okay, so you're really stacking accuracy, and this is to counter these heavy DP slash hidden evasion builds. Okay, so it lowers your AP a little bit. You're at 228, 305. Hidden, you're at 238 AP, but your accuracy is through the roof. And I don't think, I think this completely counters these evasion builds that are like 340, 350, up to 400 DP with all this evasion type stuff. So that is the heavy accuracy. This one is the moderate accuracy build. Same helm, um, everything's the same. The Kutum dagger is the same for the accuracy. It's not a huge increase in PvP, so people have been testing, but it's still an increase in accuracy, and it gives good DP as well. So some people might ask, well, why don't you use bronze? You could try to use bronze. I just don't think I don't think it's worth giving up that much DP for all that accuracy, because you want to be able to take some to give some. Okay. In this one, we split, so we're not doing two precisions. We're doing one precision. We got one hidden AP. It doesn't need to be this hidden AP gem. It could be the red battlefield, which is 5 AP, 2 attack power. Um, Switched up the tree for the Bassi, and went with one Tungrad and still kept one Tet Red Coral. And you can try with Red Coral. I don't have the red corals currently. It's kind of what I'm striving for. There's a bunch of different gear sets that I'm going for here, and this is something that I definitely would run. All right, and this gives you 234 on the sheet, 305 DP. In total hidden, you're at 249, or no, not 249. Yeah, 249. Yep. You're at 249 hidden AP with this build. Okay, moving on. So this one right here is the high DP low AP hybrid build with Ultimate Rosar, okay? So here, nothing changes, nothing changes. This is all the same. This changes. So you get a Cecile's necklace that gives you 16 AP, 9 DP. Whereas like the Ogre ring gives you 25 AP straight out. Okay. So you get more stats with the just a little bit, um, as far as DP goes. So you get 9 extra DP. AP is the same as like a Duo Serops, which is currently what I'm using. In the offhand is the Ultimate Rosar dagger, two 150, 5 AP gems sitting in there. We're gonna roll with the 2 accuracy gems in the Zarka. Um, and here's a little different. You're gonna run the DP belt, which is the Centaur belt. So try gives you 14 DP. I included 1 Tet Red Coral for the accuracy and 1 Tungrad. You could also switch this out, have another Tungrad, or a blue molar as well for the 100 HP. So this is like not like crazy DP heavy. Like there's some people that run straight DP rings, like straight DP neck, and just go full like tank. So this is like an in between. Okay, so you have enough AP where you're killing people, um, but you also have a lot of DP where you're quite tanky. Okay, let's hop into the next build here. All right, so this is the high DP slash evasion Rocaba build. Okay, so the helm changes. We're gonna drop the two pieces of the boss, and the 2 pieces of the boss are gonna be the helm and the gloves. So again, in the helm, um, a little different for gems. You're gonna have to pick up a casting plus two. You can keep the evasion, or if you want to modify it and go a little more HP, you can do that as well, but strictly evasion, you would do evasion gems. I have the cast 2 in here due to us missing the boss piece, so um, without the 4 piece, you're missing out on 1 cast speed. So we're down to 4. So I guess technically you could keep that out. Actually, you can't because it would drop you down to 3. So I lied. No, you need that because you'll be 1 shy even with food buffs. Alright, armor's the same, rings are the same. Tet, Rocaba, gloves. Okay, same gems are in here. Crit rate 2, grapple resistance 5. Still using the Ceciles for the split in DP and AP. We have the ultimate Rosar dagger as well. Again, a good sub is the parrying dagger. You guys can play with it yourself. If you even want to run the Kutum, you can. But as far as evasion goes, um, it's either Rosar or parrying. Again, you have the 150 HPs, 5 hidden APs. You get the accuracy gems in here. Still running the Centaur belt. 1 accuracy accessory earring and 1 straight AP, and then the same movement speed and knockback floating resistance. Okay, this is a variation of the build. Um, I'm sure I'll get comments and people will be like, "Oh, you don't build this with that," but like everyone builds differently, and this is like pretty standard from what I've seen for Rocaba evasion build. Okay. All right. This next build is high DP, low AP, high HP build. So this is a build that I am personally striving for, that I have on the back burner, that I want to try in Siege. Um, so the things that change here, we're going straight HP gems, okay? So you can go with the HP recovery 5, or you can get the ones that have the extra evasion on there. Those are just going to make you a little more tanky. Okay, the gems in the tree, 100 HP, 20 weight limit, 2 reduction. So, huge HP already. Same gems, same rings, same gloves. Ceciles, okay, you can do Ceciles, you could do Syrups. Syrups gives you 50 HP. At Try, it'll give you 20 AP, 50 HP, which is the equivalent of 20 AP, 5 DP. So every 100 HP is considered 10 DP, the same as 10 DP. Again, Rosar, stacking that life, you get 300 life in there with the 10 hidden AP. We're going to rock the accuracy, ignore all resistance. Again, it's your preference. If you want to be an AP monkey and just juice up with AP, go for it. And you can test them. Take the gems, take some of the gems, put them in and out, and test them against each other. Try Tree Spirit Belt. Okay. Again, you can go with the Bassi. I would, I'm preferring to go with the Tree Spirit just because of that accuracy, until we get to the point in the game where evasion builds aren't really relevant because they're going to get to that point. Tet Muskies, again, same gems, 2 movement speed, knockback, floating resistance. These are like the crucial things right here. These 2 blue whale molar earrings. 100 HP per earring. Okay, so right over here, if you look, health, 1100 added health. That's from your guy's helm. Okay, that's from the 100 HP on the helm. That's from the 100 HP gemmed in the helm. Then you have your tree spirit, which is 200 on the item on the armor. You have another 200 in gems, and then if you took the syrups and you put that on, that's another 50 HP. Okay, and then the Rosar is another 300 HP, and then you have the earrings for another 200 HP. These aren't all the um, these aren't all the HP items or um, accessories and things like that in game. I made it so that you'd still have relevant AP as well as DP, and I mean, if we converted the HP into DP, I mean, that's 110 DP. Okay, so say you didn't run the HP gems, that's an extra, whatever, 15 DP. Or sorry, not 15. No, okay, so it'd be 25 DP. Okay, because you have, oh no, my math is bad. So it'd be 30 DP because it's 300 total. Okay, like, and that's pretty standard for the boss armor, but like adding these extra gems, that's an extra 30. You could technically add it to like the DP, and so it'd be like 3 whatever 54 DP plus the earrings. You're looking at 374 DP. The other thing is, with this build, it's capable of getting over 4K HP buffed. I did it with like the basic buffs, so I did it with the Villa, Atosa Villa, which is 200 HP. I did it with the loyalty, the syrups included, so the loyalty gives 100 HP. I also did it with the special Calpheon meal, which gives another 100 HP, and I got up to 3,947 HP. Okay, and this is also with the sturdy alchemy stone of protection. And that doesn't include an elixir, it doesn't include furniture buffs. Like, you can definitely get over 4K as a wizard, which is insane for a wizard. Like, if I'm just gonna hop in game real quick right now and show you my wizard HP. You can see this right at the bottom here. I'm only 2,837. 2,837 HP points, okay? That's pretty crazy. And considering where this game is right now, like, I should honestly be pushing like 3,400 unbuffed, but I'm not. So, alright, we'll get back to the guide. So, to put that into perspective a little bit, to have that much extra HP, I mean, you're gonna feel like a raid boss to most. So this is the HP build. Like, this is one of my most desired builds that I want to get to, because I think having the same AP that I do right now, maybe a little less, and still able to kill people and be just a massive tank is huge. Okay, so that's the HP build, high DP, low AP. All right, this is my current gear right now. Okay, so I get 50 HP, 5 recoveries in the helm. I have the special attack evasion in the red nose. Been trying to get a tree. Get 2 tri-crescents now. Get Tet Begs with the 2 crit, 5 grapple resistance. Only at a duo syrups. Still using the Kutum. Working on the other offhands to get them up to par. and I need a little more AP on the accessories to switch out. We're using the 150 HP hidden AP 5s. We get the Dandy, we get the Zarka. I'm in here. This is actually, I have two 5 APs. I don't have the accuracies in here. Um, I'm gonna leave the the 10 AP total gems in here until I get a tree and at least a tri-coral, so I can test out if um, if it would be more beneficial to stack more accuracy, or if I'm able to get away with stacking the extra 10 AP in there. 10 or Tet Muskies, we'll get the 2 movement, knockback, floating resistance, +5, and then sadly 2 Pry Jungrad earrings. This puts me at 214 AP stat sheet, 298 DP. If we were to include the 20 hidden AP, we'd be at 234 AP and 298 DP. Okay, that's my current gear. Alright, so we're gonna get into the best non-boss gear sets. Alright, so a lot of people have been asking, had questions. I wasn't sure at the time. I'm still not sure. I mean, what the best set is as far as non-boss gear. I think there's multiple sets. I think there's multiple variations that are considered to be the best. Or yeah. All right. So we have the ultimate strength helmet of Heve. So in this build, we're going to go 2 Heve, 2 Grunil. We're stacking 150 HP here and 150 HP here. Alright, in the helm we get 2 cast speed, 2 memories. In the Grunil chest we have 35 life. Again, you can change whatever. I thought stacking the life might be beneficial, but definitely feel free to pick and choose. 2 Marcus Shadows. The Heve gloves, okay? In the Heve gloves we have the critical hit rate 2, Scarlet Neck, the ultimate bronze dagger, just with luck in there. You could go with like knockdown or crit. It's your preference. My preference is luck, especially when you're not end game yet. It obviously makes sense that if you're doing PvP, you might want to switch this out for something. You could put an awakened crystal in there. I probably wouldn't into the bronze, but you can definitely do that. The green awakened weapon. This is the ultimate Rosar staff, okay? This gives you 2 slots compared to the Yuria that only gives you 1. 2 accuracy gems in there. Tree Spirit Belt for the accuracy. Ultimate Grunil shoes, movement speed +2, and 2 Witches earrings. So there is cheaper alternatives to this. You can go with like the blue corals. You can go with um, the blue coral earrings. You can go with the Schultz, the Gladiator Schultz belt. You could go with the Schultz neck. But as far as like base items, and okay, so as far as enchants, as far as these 2 accessories go, so like the rings and amulets, or sorry, the rings and earrings, these are gonna enchant the best. So at try, these witches will be 11. Mark of Shadows will be 11 as well. Whereas like the blues are they're lower. So like the rings, I think at try will only be 8 AP. I think the blue corals is lower as well, so yeah, so at try they're 10, so you're missing out on 1 AP, but you're picking up some MP, WP, SB as well. Okay. So I guess is your preference on the earrings if you want to be losing that 1 AP to make up for some extra mana. Um, Rings I think are pretty straightforward. Mark of Shadows are the best straight AP before like Presence. The tree is definitely expensive. I only have this here because it enchants to 11 at try. Okay, and then you have this belt of Schultz the Gladiator. So base it's 3, pry is 5. So I mean, this is a cheaper alternative, but as far as best, non-boss gear goes, Tree Spirit belt's gonna be there. If not, it's the best belt in the game. Some would definitely argue just because of the accuracy. Okay. Um, Other than that, this next build, I'm not even gonna go over it too crazily, but it's the same build. I just have the Yuria in there. Okay. So I'm back to the Ultimate Rosar. I wanted to go over the Scarlet Necklace. Okay. At base, 5 AP, 5 DP is worth more to me than having 2 more AP. Makes you a little more tank. So a base Gladiator neck is 7 AP. It's definitely the best for enchanting. So at try it's 16, which is a duo Seraps, which is better than a Pry Ogre. Okay, this is a great necklace. I wouldn't spend time enchanting the Scarla. I would only use it as a base. But as far as enchanting goes, um, definitely the Gladiator necklace. Okay. So we're done with this. The only difference here is the Yuria staff. You're gonna miss out on a socket. You're gonna miss out on 1 AP, and I mean, other than that, it's pretty much all the same. Like, you can do it with the Yuria, you can do it with the Rosar. I think Rosar is slightly a little bit better, um, but honestly, it doesn't matter. If you already bought a Yuria, stay with the Yuria. If you bought a Rosar, stay with the Rosar. Um, you're just doing it to get to end game, so it doesn't make sense to go min-max 1 AP, 1 extra gem slot um, at at that time. I mean, wait till you got end game gear. It's not a big deal. It's not gonna make or break the game if you don't have that extra gem slot again for the extra either AP or accuracy, depending on what you put in there. Um, yeah, so everything other than that is pretty much the same. Alright, this next build is let's see, this is the full Grunil. So this is straight full Grunil. A lot of classes still use it. It gives good HP, it gives good AP hidden. Um, so again, you're gonna use the same gems in the helm, you're gonna same gems in the chest, same accessories. Gloves, you're gonna be using the same crystals. I keep calling them gems. I'm so used to them being gems. So crystals, ultimate bronze dagger. Guys, feel free if you don't want to use the bronze dagger and you think that accuracy is not a thing, be my guest. Try farming without a bronze dagger. Switch them back and forth. You're going to tell a huge difference. You're going to grind faster with the ultimate bronze dagger, especially if you don't have begs, okay? Um, Awakens, um, Green Awakening weapon. And I only say this because it's super cheap to enchant. It will get you farming what you need to be farming. Um, you you want to strive for um, an ultimate one of these, which is yellow. It's same thing as like a Rosar, but it's the ultimate awakening weapon for the wizard. In this build, we have the Rosar. It's got the 2 accuracy. You've got the tree spirit belts, Grunil boots with the 2 movement speed, which is again, I just I made the same build. In this build, I put the area staff, okay, just to show that it's 1 AP difference, okay, and then accuracy. You're missing 8 accuracy, but you're also gaining damage to humans, so I don't know, I'm not quite sure how it scales out and which actually ends up being more. If we had that, a fact sheet through the company and through PA and Cacao, like then I could say, yeah, one's better than the other. I'm leaning that the Rosar might be a little bit better, but I'm not entirely sure. Honestly, choose one, whatever's available, get it, enchant it, buy it, level up, get rid of it, and get either a Laverto or Boss Gear. Laverto or a Zarka, okay? Laverto's technically the next is the best, but it's people don't use it because they feel like it's a waste of money because you're putting all this money into it and you're only putting this money into it to replace it. So it's definitely better. If you want to go Laverto, go for it. Okay? So that concludes those builds. Now these last two builds are not recommended, okay? People have been like, oh, does this work? Yeah, I mean, it can work, but it's not gonna work how, it depends on what you want to do, I guess, I should say. So this builds two-piece Rocaba, two-piece Grunil, so you're getting the 150 HP, you're getting the 5 evasion from the Rocaba. Still, same gems, okay, that's the only thing that's really different. You got the ultimate Rosar. Again, you can go parrying, okay. You're going to want to have these awakening crystals in there. Eventually, you might not be able to do them now, but you definitely want them in there, okay? Other than that, I mean, I wouldn't go this build. Um, Not only are you lacking accuracy and you don't have begs, it's just uh, I think there's better builds. I don't think the 5 evasion's really worth sacrificing 2 pieces when you can go 150 HP with the Heve, or you can go the full Grunil for the extra AP. So I wouldn't go this build. I'm not a huge evasion build type person anyways, just because it's gonna get mushed out eventually. Okay, let's see. And then this is again, I made the 2 switches here, so you got the Rosar and then you got the Yuria. So that's pretty much it. Please let me know if you guys have any questions. I try to stay up to date with the stuff. This is what has changed. The change has been from that standard AP build that I kind of showed you guys at the beginning to more of a DP heavy evasion meta is currently what's going on in the game. It's not going to stay like that from some of the people that I've talked to. Some of the people that I've talked to are active in Korea and have friends and relatives that are in Korea and basically said that it's kind of a phase. So that's pretty much it. Um, Subscribe, come stop by the Twitch channel, and thanks again, guys. Hopefully this helps.